Paul McCartney, widely celebrated as one of the most influential musicians in history, has long been admired for his melodic genius, charming personality, and remarkable contributions to modern music. Yet beyond the public persona of the smiling Beatle and the diplomatic interviewee lies a man with a deeply thoughtful approach to music and artistry. Across decades, McCartney quietly formed nuanced opinions about his contemporaries, fellow bands, and artists emerging in different genres. His critiques were rarely about personal dislike. Instead, they reflected a musician's eye for creativity, innovation, and the ways music could evolve while honoring craft and emotional resonance. From punk rebels to pop sensations, these are 6 bands that provoked his private reflections, challenged his instincts, and shaped his understanding of what it means to create a lasting musical legacy. The Rolling Stones, friendly rivalry or subtle critique. The Beatles and the Rolling Stones shared a rivalry that fans often celebrated as the ultimate battle of British rock legends. Yet for Paul McCartney, it was more than mere competition. While he recognized the Stones' undeniable talent, he occasionally viewed their work as following trends the Beatles had helped pioneer, rather than breaking entirely new ground. This was not born from jealousy, but from a thoughtful musician's perspective. Paul appreciated their artistry, but as someone invested in experimentation and evolution, he was sensitive to repetition and familiar patterns. Over time, he offered praise where deserved, admiring their longevity, charisma, and cultural impact, while privately reflecting on how innovation and originality could coexist with widespread appeal. This dynamic of admiration, mixed with gentle critique, highlighted McCartney's ability to balance respect with honest evaluation, even when peers were celebrated by millions. The Sex Pistols, punk's bold rebellion. The arrival of punk in the 1970s presented McCartney with a striking contrast to the carefully crafted pop and rock of the Beatles. The Sex Pistols, with their raw energy and rebellious spirit, embodied a deliberate challenge to convention and musical polish, emphasizing attitude and immediacy over technical precision. For Paul, this approach could initially feel jarring, even chaotic, because it diverged so sharply from the structured songwriting and layered harmonies he valued. Yet beneath the initial surprise, he recognized the vital role punk played in invigorating the music scene, demanding that artists and audiences confront raw emotion and cultural unrest. Punk's intensity forced McCartney to consider new dimensions of rhythm, vocal expression, and lyrical bluntness, broadening his own understanding of how music could connect with listeners in unexpected ways. While he may not have fully embraced their style, he respected its audacity and cultural impact, acknowledging that innovation sometimes comes wrapped in rough edges. Oasis, admiration meets frustration. In the 1990s, Oasis emerged as a band that openly idolized the Beatles, adopting both musical style and public swagger. McCartney found himself in the unique position of watching a younger generation carry forward the legacy he helped shape, yet their approach occasionally left him conflicted. While he appreciated their energy, passion, and undeniable talent, he sometimes grew frustrated with what he perceived as imitation and overconfidence, sensing that their homage sometimes veered towards self-assured repetition rather than original creation. Observing the Gallagher brothers' ambition, Paul reflected on the delicate balance between honoring inspiration and finding one's own voice, emphasizing that true artistry involves living the music authentically rather than merely echoing what came before. Despite his critiques, he could not ignore the vitality Oasis brought to rock music, and their work prompted him to continually evaluate his own artistic priorities, reminding him of the ever-present dialogue between past achievement and contemporary interpretation. The Monkees, manufactured pop sensations. The Monkees represented a phenomenon in which television, catchy songwriting, and strategic marketing combined to create instant pop stardom. From McCartney's perspective, their polished image and carefully produced music contrasted with the extensive live performance experience and gradual artistic development that had shaped the Beatles. While he acknowledged their popularity and the skill involved in creating songs that resonated with a broad audience, he sometimes viewed the manufactured aspects of their success as a reminder of the differences between instant appeal and sustained craftsmanship. Paul's reflections were never dismissive, but rooted in an appreciation for process. He valued artistry that developed through experimentation, rehearsal, and personal expression, recognizing that longevity in music requires more than a catchy hook. In this light, the Monkees offered both inspiration and a point of comparison, prompting McCartney to think critically about authenticity, public engagement, and the diverse ways music could reach listeners. The Bee Gees' disco dominance. The late 1970s saw disco rise to global prominence, with the Bee Gees at the forefront of the movement. McCartney admired their songwriting, harmonies, and ability to craft songs that became cultural touchstones, yet he sometimes noted the repetitive or formulaic patterns in their work. Observing the dominance of disco, he reflected on the tension between commercial success and artistic evolution, particularly when musical trends swept across charts rapidly. While Paul respected innovation and the courage to explore new styles, he remained attuned to the ways in which stylistic repetition could limit emotional or melodic depth. The Bee Gees, in their immense popularity, offered a lens for McCartney to examine how music can balance mass appeal with artistry, and how trends challenge musicians to preserve integrity while responding to changing audience tastes. His measured observations combined appreciation with thoughtful critique, revealing the nuanced perspective of a composer deeply invested in the evolution of his craft. The Beach Boys, inspiration turned rivalry. The Beach Boys' Pet Sounds had a profound and lasting influence on McCartney, shaping his approach to albums such as Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Yet admiration for Brian Wilson's genius was accompanied by a critical lens, a perfectionist's attention to detail that occasionally led to frustration with perceived simplicity or incomplete projects. Paul followed Wilson's work closely, respecting the intricacies of orchestration and emotional storytelling, while also privately reflecting on opportunities he believed were left unexplored. Their relationship, rooted in inspiration, respect, and subtle rivalry, demonstrated the delicate balance between influence and self-expression. McCartney's critiques were never about diminishing Wilson's achievements, but about engaging deeply with artistry, examining how even the most brilliant work invites reflection, reinterpretation, and aspiration. This nuanced perspective highlighted a central theme in McCartney's career: that admiration can coexist with critical thinking, and that true musical excellence involves constant dialogue between inspiration, execution, and personal interpretation.